there, welcome to English with Gabby. I'm Gabby, and in today's video, I'm going to teach you how to talk about the weather in English conversation. In American culture, we love small talk. If you're not sure what small talk is just friendly conversation that you make with someone in order to get a conversation started. If you're in a room alone with someone else, it can be awkward just to stand there silently. And Americans hate awkward silence. So typically we use small talk. One of the most common small talk topics is the weather. It's something that we love to talk about all the time. Our cities have such different weather that we always need to know what the weather is going to be like before we go out and before we pick our clothes. Make sure you stay until the end of the video because I'm going to give you a chance to discuss the weather with me. Let's get started. Number 1, let's talk about how to ask about the weather. How's the weather today? Or, what's the weather like today? So in my house, I have Google Home, and I also have Siri on my iPhone. So I say, hey Siri, what's the weather like today? Or, hey Google, what's the temperature like outside? Hey, do you know how the weather's gonna be today? Hey Mom, what's it like outside? Is it nice out? Oh, it looks like rain, doesn't it? What's the weather forecast for today? Does it look like rain? When you want to comment to someone else about the weather, here are a few things that you can say. Wow, looks like rain. Looks like it's about to rain, right? Beautiful day, isn't it? Wow, how about this weather? Ugh, how about this weather? It's so nice out, isn't it? Can you believe all the rain we've been getting? How hot or cold it's been? Can you believe there's a storm coming tomorrow? When you want to tell someone what the weather is going to be like and answer their questions about the weather, here's what you can say. Today it's going to, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, all day. Here are some things you can use to fill in the blank space. Rain, snow, sleet, hail. So here's what it sounds like. Today it's going to rain in the afternoon. Today it's going to rain all day long. Today it's going to rain, but only in the morning. If you don't know what sleet is a combination of water and ice. And hail is like little rocks, little balls of ice falling from the sky. We can also say it's going to be a day. For example, this is where we would turn a noun like rain into an adjective like rainy. So instead of saying it's going to rain today, we can say it's going to be a rainy day. And we can say the same for snowy, foggy, and windy. Don't forget to pick up the study guide that goes along with this video. In it, it has definitions for all of the weather terms I say here that you don't know. It also has all the weather patterns so that you can learn how to say them correctly. Now let's talk about different degrees of weather or different types of weather. For example, different degrees of cold. We can say cool, which means it's not that cold. Chilly means, ooh, it's a little cold. Freezing means extremely cold. And here's a slang word, brick, means it's really cold. It's brick outside. For the word hot, we can say warm, a little hot. Humid, like the air is thick and we're sweating. It's so hot outside. It's so humid outside. Whew, it's blazing hot outside. It's scorching hot outside. Different degrees of rain. First we have drizzle. Drizzle is when it's raining just a little bit, light rain. Then we say mist. Mist is like when there's water in the air and it's just like hitting you in the face. We say it's misting or it's misty outside. If it's raining really hard, we say, wow, it's pouring outside. We never say it's raining cats and dogs. Please don't say this. This is an old idiom that no one uses anymore. If it's raining periodically, like as it does in many states in the USA, we say it's raining on and off. That means it's not raining all day. We can also say the opposite. It's raining steadily outside. It just keeps raining. With snow, we have light snow, which is flurries. It's flurrying outside. Then extreme snow is a blizzard, a snowstorm. We also say, wow, it's really coming down out there, meaning there's a lot of snow or a lot of rain. With wind, we say the word breeze, like a light wind. Typically it's said in a very positive way. It's hot outside, but there's a beautiful breeze. Ooh, it's so windy outside. It's so gusty outside. It's blustery outside. Other words that you might hear people say related to the weather. Like I explained earlier, mist, misty, fog, foggy. When we're talking about levels of fog, we can say dense fog, meaning it's very difficult to see in front of us, or we can say patchy fog, meaning there's some fog here and there, but it's not so bad. Breeze, breezy, cloudy. We can also say the word gloomy. So if you go outside and there's no sun, we say, ugh, what a gloomy day. If there's some clouds and some sun, we say partly cloudy. We can also say the sky is overcast, meaning clouds are blocking the sun. But if it's a beautiful day and we see no storm clouds, we can say the sky is clear today. Clear skies. If it's a beautiful summer day with lots of sun, we say today it's bright and sunny outside. Or we can say there's lots of sun. If you hear someone say heat index, this is talking about how it feels outside when you combine the humidity. So for example, in New York City, it might be 79 degrees, but because of the humidity, it feels like 85 degrees. Or we have something called the wind chill. It might feel like 32, but because of the wind, the actual temperature is 25. When we want to talk about the temperature and how many degrees it is outside, all you would say is, today it's going to be 72 degrees. Or, right now it's 72, but it's going up to 80. Or, the low temperature is 25. The high temperature is 33. So let's practice some conversation. First thing, I'm going to ask you to describe the weather in your city, and I want you to talk back. Even if there's no one around you, just talk and practice. For example, if someone asked me, Gabby, what's the weather like today? I'd say, today is a rainy day. The sky is really overcast and it's cloudy. It's also a little bit foggy outside. The temperature is only going to be 50 degrees, so make sure you wear a light jacket and bring an umbrella. Now it's your turn. What's the weather going to be like in your city today? In your city, what's the typical weather for April? Next question, what's the weather forecast in your city this week? I'm coming to your city in August. What's the weather going to be like, and what should I wear? Well, I'm glad that you now know how to talk about the weather. Were you able to practice conversation with me? If you weren't, play this video back and start practicing. And if you did, that's great. You're one step closer to being a confident English speaker. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.